Hello friends, once again I welcome you all to this virtual learning online platform. For the past 3 videos or so, you have been watching Ambiguity in English. So far we discussed lexical ambiguity and structural ambiguity. This will be the last video on structural ambiguity. So let us proceed with a few more examples on structural ambiguity in English. So friends, this is structural ambiguity part 4. He met more famous writers. The moment you read this sentence, you will get confused about the word more. And once you try to analyze the sentence in the structural point of view, you will come to know that this can be interpreted in 2 different ways. Actually, the word more functions as an adjective, as an adverb, and it also functions as a noun. So let us try to interpret this one in the structural point of view. He met more famous writers. He, third person, singular number, functioning as subject of the sentence. Met, we two, functioning as verb of the sentence. See here now, more. In this case, I am calling it as an adjective, because this one is going to function as an adjective here and giving you certain degree, certain quality, certain measurement of the writers over here. So this is going to function as an adjective. And the last element here in the sentence is famous writers. This is a noun phrase functioning as object of the sentence. Let us see now the first meaning over here. When I say he met more famous writers, I mean to say he met famous writers who were more famous than others. It means you can say you have the 3 categories of writers. Number 1, generally famous writers. Number 2, more famous writers. And number 3, the most famous writers. So here, the meaning that you are going to derive is he met famous writers. But what kind of famous writers? Who were more famous than others. So this one is functioning as the adjective of comparison. This way also you can say. See now, there is another possible meaning of this sentence here. He met more famous writers. He, third person, singular number, functioning as subject of the sentence. Met, we two, functioning as verb of the sentence. Now in this case, I am calling more as a noun. And when I'm applying more as a noun, it will give you the sense of an additional quantity, amount, or number. Get it? I'm using it as a noun. You can refer to the dictionary. And finally, you have the fourth element, that is famous writers. It is a noun phrase functioning as object of the sentence. Now you see what is the possible meaning of this particular one. He met famous writers, but wanted to meet more number of famous writers. It means more has been taken into consideration here in order to count the quantity, in order to count the numbers. So far, he met famous writers, but in the numerical point of view, in the quantity point of view, he wanted to meet more famous writers. So this can be the another meaning of this sentence. Now let us proceed with another example here on your screen. She looked at the peacock with one eye. See, the statement itself is giving you a kind of ambiguity, and you get a doubt in mind whether the person who is looking at the peacock has one eye or the peacock itself has one eye. Let us look at this sentence now in the structural point of view. She looked at the peacock with one eye. She, third person, singular number, functioning as subject of the sentence. Looked, V2, functioning as verb of the sentence. At the peacock, this is the prepositional phrase functioning as object of the sentence. With one eye, this is the prepositional phrase functioning as complement to object. The meaning will be, she looked at the peacock. The peacock had one eye only. Because you have made the fourth element as the complement to object. And that's why the peacock is having only one eye. So this can be the possible meaning. Look at the second structure. She looked at the peacock with one eye. She, third person, singular number, looked, V2, functioning as verb, at the peacock, prepositional phrase functioning as object, with one eye. Now in this case, I am making it complement to subject, with one eye. So she is having one eye, right? This can be the meaning. Now you see the meaning over here. She looked at the peacock with the help of one eye. This way also you can say. Okay. She looked at the peacock with the help of one eye. So this can be the possible meaning of this sentence. Let us look at the another sentence on your screen. He left her unhappy. Only 4 words are there in the sentence. He, third person, singular number, left, V2, her, possessive pronoun, unhappy. It shows the condition of your mind or psyche, right? So let us look at all these, words in the structural point of view. He, as I said, third person, singular number, functioning as subject of the sentence. Left, V2, functioning as verb. Her, functioning as object. Unhappy, this is a complement, but in this case, I am calling it complement to subject. So who is unhappy in the first case? The subject, he is unhappy. Let us look at the meaning. He left her when he was unhappy. It means he left her when he himself, that is the subject, he was unhappy. Now you see, we will make a slight change in the analysis of the sentence. He left her unhappy. He, third person singular number, subject, left, V2, verb, her, object, unhappy. In this case, I'm going to call it complement to object. So who is being unhappy? Her, that is the object is being unhappy. Then the meaning will be, he left her when she was unhappy. So this is how the moment you change the stance of the complement, one time in the case of subject, another time in the case of object, automatically it will affect the meaning of the sentence. Now let us look at another sentence on your screen. They are hunting dogs. They, third person, plural number, functioning as subject, are hunting, verb phrase, dogs, object. Now in the first case, I treated are hunting as a verb phrase. Are is the auxiliary verb in the present tense. Hunt is the base form. Hunting is the progressive form or ing form. Now look at the sentence over here. They, subject, are hunting, verb phrase, dogs, object. Now you see the meaning now. They went to a jungle. Okay. What was the purpose of going to a jungle? Hunting. But what kind of hunting? Do they hunt tigers or lions or bees? Actually, it is against the law. But just for the sentence purpose, we have considered it. So they went to a jungle for the purpose of hunting. Actually, they did not hunt any other animals. Their purpose was to hunt dogs only. So the sentence says, they are hunting dogs. It shows the present progressive action. It means they are hunting dogs. Probably they might have gone to a jungle, or they may be, hunting in the area, locality itself, because dogs are creating a lot of nuisance and constantly biting the people, especially the children. That's why they got angry and they started hunting the dogs. So you can have this meaning like this. They are hunting dogs. It means there are stray dogs in the locality and these dogs are being hunted by them. So this is how is the possible meaning of the first sentence. Now you see here, there is a slight change in the verb phrase. They, third person, plural number, functioning as subject. In this case, I am isolating the words are and hunting from each other. Are is going to be treated as the main verb of the sentence. In the first case, it was called auxiliary verb, helping to the main verb hunt. But in the second sentence, are is functioning as the main verb. Okay, it is no doubt, it is an auxiliary verb, no doubt about it. But when it is coming alone, it is generally called as the main verb. And this hunting is going to be associated with the third element here, but the fourth word in the sentence, that is dogs. Now you see there is a slight change in the identity of the last element here. So they, of course, it is the third person plural number functioning as subject, are functioning as verb, main verb of the sentence. Hunting dogs is going to be a complement now. This is a noun phrase functioning as complement to subject. This is going to function as complement to subject because are is functioning as main verb. Now you see there is a radical change in the meaning also. They are not local or common dogs. but they are hunting dogs. Hunting dogs as a breed, right? You have so many pet animals around you, especially the dogs. And there are so many breeds of dogs which are very social. Okay, you can live around them or they can live around us very comfortably. But there is also a category of dogs, a breed of dogs called hunting dogs. And such dogs are used only for the purpose of hunting in the jungle. So what are they? They are the hunting dogs as a breed. So this is the second meaning of this particular sentence. Now look at one more sentence on your screen. I saw her sitting in the corner. The moment you read the sentence, immediately you will get a couple of meanings in your mind. It means I saw her when I was sitting, or else I saw her when she was sitting. Okay, now let us look at the interpretation in the structural point of view. I, first person, singular number, functioning as subject of the sentence. Saw, V2, functioning as verb. Her, possessive pronoun, functioning as object. Sitting in the corner. This is the non-finite ing clause, I would say, functioning as complement. Especially in this case, I am calling it complement to subject. So who was sitting in the corner? The subject I. The meaning will be I saw her when I was sitting in the corner. But now you see, the moment you change the identity of the last element, that is complement to subject, and now I'll call it complement to object, meaning will automatically change. Now you see in the case of the second sentence here. I saw her sitting in the corner. I, first person, singular number, functioning as subject. Saw, V2, functioning as verb. Her, possessive pronoun, functioning as object. Sitting in the corner, non-finite ing clause, functioning as complement, but in this case, complement to object. So who is sitting in the corner? The object, her, H-E-R, right? And the meaning will be, I saw her when she was sitting in the corner. That is, the object H-E-R, her, was sitting in the corner. But I would say like this, I saw her when she was sitting in the corner. So this way, you can have the analysis of a sentence, especially in the structural point of view. Let us look at another sentence on the screen. I saw the man with binoculars. I hope you know what do you mean by binoculars. I, first person, singular number, functioning as subject. Saw, V2, functioning as verb. The man, noun phrase, functioning as object. With binoculars, this is the prepositional phrase, functioning as complement to subject. In this case, I am calling it complement to subject. Means I use the binoculars, right? That will be the meaning. Let us look at this. M1. I saw the man with the help of binoculars. It means I use the binoculars in order to look at the person, right? That is the meaning. Now you see, there is a slight change in the identity of the last element. I, first person, singular number, functioning as subject. Saw, V2, functioning as verb. The man, noun phrase, functioning as object. With binoculars, in this case, I am calling it complement to object. It means the man has the binoculars, not me, not I, the subject, right? The meaning will be, I saw the man who possessed binoculars. What is the meaning here? I saw the man who possessed the binoculars. In the first case, I use the binoculars. It means with the help of binoculars, I saw the man. He may be standing little, away from me. And in the second case, I saw the man possessed the binoculars. So this is the meaning. So this way you can have the interpretation. Now look at one more sentence on your screen. She found the dog eating biscuits. She found the dog eating biscuits. This is a very ambiguous sentence. It will give you a couple of meanings. Whether she was eating biscuits at that time she saw the dog, or else the dog was eating the biscuits and that time she found the dog. It can be anything. Now, let us interpret this sentence in the structural point of view. She found the dog eating biscuits. She, third person, singular number, functioning as subject of the sentence. Found, V2, functioning as verb. The dog, noun phrase, functioning as object. Eating biscuits. This is the non-finite ing clause, right? This is functioning as complement to subject. What is the meaning then? When I'm calling it complement to subject, it means the subject, she, was eating biscuits. Look at the meaning here. She found the dog when she was eating biscuits. Right? Now you see there is a slight change in the meaning as soon as you change the identity of the complement. She, third person singular number, functioning as subject. Found, V2, functioning as verb. The dog, noun phrase, functioning as object. Eating biscuits, non-finite ing clause, functioning as complement to object. In this case, I am calling it complement to object. That is, it is giving you complementary information about the dog. It means the dog was eating biscuits. The meaning will be, she found the dog when the dog was eating biscuits. So this is how you need to analyze a sentence based on the structural elements of each of the sentences, and then you can get multiple meanings over there. So these are a few sentences in this respect. Thank you very much.